Welcome back, everybody. This is Sister Mary with Homesteading Haven. We've got our great, majestic 1909 cook stove already heated up. We've got our skillet right here ready to go. I've got some pinto beans with some good hog jowl bacon grease in that. And we've got some seasoned turnip greens over here. What I've done so far is just get my pork chops ready out of the pack, and I'll put my seasonings on. You put whatever seasonings you want, always. People usually do salt and pepper for sure. And, just add whatever you want. Get your flour ready to go. And y'all get ready for this sizzle. There's our pork chop already seasoned. Dip it in that flour. Both sides. Get a good coating on there. And let's get ready. I've also got some of that hog jowl bacon grease in that skillet right there. I had two more, but I'm just going to go ahead and get this third one right here in this little spot. And then we'll save that for very last. I pray that everybody's been doing well in all of this weather. At the time of the video, it is January of 2024, and we've had about, this is at least the 10th or 11th day of snow on the ground. We are just beginning to thaw out. It's been as low as a -3 in our area, or -1. I think it got to -1. And today it's in the 40s. It's going to start raining in the next few days. So John is out splitting and taking care of more wood. We did go through quite a bit of wood over this cold spell. And I don't believe it's over. I believe we're going to have a little bit more before winter is said and done. You're going to hear me check the firebox. We're going to keep our firebox hot. We'll keep putting that wood to it. I think we have a lot in store, guys, coming up in this year of 2024. My advice to you is to stay emergency prepared with food, water, keep If you don't have a second kind of heating source, I would start to consider a second kind of heating source in case your power was to go out during this cold time. It's just a good idea to start to be prepared all the time now. I got a little bit of cornbread left over from fixing potato and broccoli soup the other day. So I'll have that with this. This is one of my favorite is to have a pinto bean and the turnip green and some cornbreads. I don't really care about the meat. Brother John likes the meat for sure. His favorite with pork chops, but we always do it, so today we're switching it up, is pork chops, mashed potatoes and gravy, and those English peas. But today we are switching it up. We're going to have a little bit more, as I would, this is the kind of food I ate growing up. You want your pork chops to cook a good 30 minutes because it is pork. I'm not going to keep you that long. I just wanted to come on for a few minutes and show you what's for dinner. Brother John got up and cooked this morning sausage and eggs. And then we've already went out and done the animal chores. We've had to water everybody for these last 10 days because, of course, water froze pretty quick. Tonight will be the first time I'm not having to set the alarm to get up to put wood in this kitchen stove. If you're not familiar, and this is one of the first videos you're watching, I'm cooking on the Great Majestic cook stove from 1909, and the entire top is cast iron. So every bit of this, all the edges, everything, even the sides, everything's hot. And you're able to cook on all of it, but you're also able to use it as they did back in this time that it was designed and made and produced for everybody who could afford one. This stove and other stoves like it would keep the house warm through the night. And I'm sure as we do now, they would get up and put wood in the stove throughout the night. And we have another bigger stove in the front of the house, but we do live in a barn, and it's a little tricky keeping the whole space heated. It's always nice and warm in the kitchen when this is got fire in the firebox. Got a little eco fan over here that you might see from time to time. This just distributes the heat away from the stove and out further into the kitchen. There is a little doorway, not a door, but a doorway that goes into the bigger area of the home. I'm so thankful to God that everything has you know, other than just staying inside, everything has been wonderful. Our animals have survived. They've had extra care during this cold spell. And we've had plenty of food to eat. We made all of our preparations before. As soon as we knew that the snow was coming, we got extra fuel. We got, for our generator, we got propane. We got food from the store. And we've continued to keep the water dripping this whole time. I think this morning's the first time that John has turned it off. And we've had our cabinet doors open. We never had to put anything in the well house to keep anything from freezing. As long as you've got your doors open and your water is dripping, you tend to do pretty good. We have put coil oil lamps in the well house to just take the chill out of the air. But we didn't do that this time. And we fared well, and we had really low temperatures. So you see me just continuing to turn. Now you don't want any residue of any blood that may have been in the meat. You want that out. And usually you desire it to be a little crispy, not crunchy. You still want your meat juicy, tender, and we don't want to keep turning it too much more. So I believe that has been one flip and one flip back. And I'll leave that sitting there, and then I'll flip it one more time. I usually take a piece out and start to cut into it, but I also am keeping up with what time we put all of this on. Well, John and I usually eat 2 meals every day. We eat a breakfast, a good breakfast, and when we don't eat a good breakfast, it seems that we're hungry all day. But if you eat a good breakfast with protein, like a meat and your eggs, if you do that, you can get out, you can do your work, you can do your chores on a farm, homestead, whatever, and come back in, make one more, a bigger meal, and it usually, you know, about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we try to eat, and then you're just kind of snacking a little bit if you need to before bedtime. But tonight's going to be so nice. We're only going to have to set an alarm to get up to put wood in the stove in the front. And as it warms up this week, it's going to bring in a lot of rain. And so we're not going to have to continue to put wood in the wood stove as it warms up in the upper 40s and even 50. Can you believe that? Welcome to Tennessee, where you never know, you know, is it going to be flip-flops? Is it going to be boots? Is it going to be a coat? Is it going to be a jacket? Or you're walking around in a short sleeve? You just, you know, ups and downs with the temperatures. But I did read on Facebook a few days ago, we only got about 60-something more days until spring. And this is the time to start thinking about that spring garden. Our greenhouse is ready to go. We will have to put plastic on it. We didn't ought to keep plastic on it right now, or even put it on it. We want to start out with spring, put the plastic on, have our seedlings already going inside. I'll do that, and I'll bring you along for that too. But here on Homesteading Haven, we got a little bit of cooking, a little bit of homesteading, and just good old conversation. Welcome back. Welcome if it's your first time, but welcome back. If you like the content of this channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. Share. That's always good. That will bring more viewers to the channel. All right. Just as I said, you see how that right there, that pink right there, that is the leftover, any blood that's going to be cooked out of it. And I just say that, so if you're cooking pork chops for the first time, you're not going to make a mistake by eating some raw pork. That will not be good for you. You will be very sick. You want to make sure it's really well done. But we're going to let that keep cooking out. I'm going to go ahead and end here, guys. I thank you for spending a few minutes with me in the kitchen. You've been watching Homesteading Haven, and I'll catch you next time. Remember, if you believe in the Lord Jesus, greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. God bless you, and y'all come back now. You hear?